So where do we go from here? That is the question every Manchester United fan is asking right now. Last night's second humiliation of the season by Liverpool was the most predictable result of the season. Less than a year after finishing runners-up in the Premier League and beaten only on penalties in the Europa League final, this United team's collapse has been one of the biggest embarrassments in the history of our football club. And where are the owners? They're nowhere to be seen. On Saturday, I was there on the front line, filming a passionate protest by supporters of Manchester United Football Club. The truth is, our fans care far more than the vast majority of our overpaid, overhyped players. The contrast underlines a shocking decline of our football club, and there's no doubt who these fans blame for our demise, and I fully agree. The Glazers must accept responsibility. Not only have they overseen the physical demise of our stadium and the team, they've created a culture where player power has undermined a series of managers. They've created a culture where money is more important than football. Louis van Gaal was absolutely right. We are currently being run as a commercial club and not a football club. And that's why so many of our fans are so angry. Part of the problem is the Glazers have adopted the classic tactic of divide and conquer by giving hope that things will change. Once again, a new stadium, a new manager, new players are all promised. But will that stop the rot? Well, the truth is it won't. Not if we repeat the same cycle of mistakes of the past decade. Poor recruitment, weak management, no identity, no pride, no fight, and too much cash taken out of a failing business.
If the kids are united, we will never be divided. When the kids are united, we will never be divided.
Defenders of the owners will point to the fact our football club has spent big on the transfer market over the past decade. Far more than our most hated of rivals Liverpool, who are challenging for the quadruple no less, with a superb team assembled by Jurgen Klopp. And therein lies the difference between United and Liverpool. How many of our big investments in the transfer market over the past decade have been based on how good they look in commercials for our sponsors? Big names, but no forward-thinking long-term plan. Angel Di Maria, Memphis Depay, Alexis Sanchez, Romelu Lukaku, Harry Maguire, Paul Pogba. Big names and even bigger salaries. But how much value have we had out on the pitch? It's absolutely clear that Pogba's recent rejected offer of a massive new contract is a reflection on his appeal to global sponsors. It can't be based on his performances. He's been a huge disappointment. It's not something I'll ever agree with, but I do comprehend why fans boo and disrespect a player who's proved he's just not as good as he thinks he is. And Pogba is certainly not the only one. That's why United fans turned on Saturday like I've never seen before. That chance, after giving up a 2-goal lead, may have been aimed at the whole team, except for Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea. But the abuse directed at Pogba when he was subbed was too personal. Not surprisingly, Pogba looked embarrassed and lost when he left Old Trafford after that match at the weekend. But he's the wrong target of the fans' anger. I hold the owners and their commercial people responsible for putting the Frenchman on a pedestal. Our fans know who the elite players are, and it's not Pogba, and it's certainly not Harry Maguire. What would we give right now for a world-class midfield general like former skipper Roy Keane? Most recently, we've seen the marquee return of club icon Cristiano Ronaldo for an estimated annual salary of up to £20 million, including bonuses. Ronaldo's commercial value to the club eclipses anything Pogba brings to the table. The difference is Cristiano is a proven thoroughbred and stands head and shoulders above everyone else in this United team. He's definitely not the problem. He's exposing the size of the problem because most of his teammates just aren't good enough. But Cristiano is exactly the type of signing the Glazers adore. He just can't win on his own every week. And this United squad is just not equipped to make Ronaldo's presence really count. So where do we go from here? And what difference will fans protesting actually make? Unless the country makes a political decision to protect all our elite football clubs from foreign control and impose regulations that require fans are given a controlling interest, it's impossible to see any change of ownership in the short term. Why would the Glazers give up their cash cow unless they receive a massive offer from the likes of Saudi Arabia or another state investing dirty money? As I've said many times, honest, peaceful fan protests alone are not the answer. Much that I applaud and defend the right to protest. But it's only right that fans do continue to protest, because failure to do so is acceptance of mediocrity. And whoever the owners are, we must hold them accountable. Otherwise, things will only get worse. In the short term, our big hope is that new manager Erik Ten Hag will start sorting out this sorry mess. Assuming the Dutchman doesn't get cold feet, it's now abundantly clear just how big this challenge really is. Personally, I'm sick of players making lame excuses. After last night's embarrassment at Anfield, we heard the same old apologies. But the truth is, there was no fight, no quality, no energy, no idea. Last night's shameful apology for a performance against our biggest rivals was another shambolic effort by players who simply aren't worth the outrageous wages they're paid. They're certainly not earning that money. As I said in my previous video on this subject, it's time for the new man to be brutal. Erik Ten Hag must be strong. He must be ruthless. He must have the power to rebuild the playing side of our club from top to bottom. And the club and the fans must give him time.
We want Glazers, we want Glazers. We want Glazers.
These fans want the owners to go. In the meantime, it's the players who aren't good enough and aren't up for the fight who must leave our football club. We only want players who'll give everything for Manchester United when Ten Hag rebuilds our squad. Players who understand what it means to represent our football club.